Good afternoon. It's Saturday the 7th, I think it is. Yes it is, it's the 7th of February. I've got my leggings on today, so come what may, we'll be going across the water. Sky's full of beans. There's a few big clouds, but I don't think there's any chance of rain. But I've got my leggings on so that I can go through the water without water going over the top of my wellies. Go on! She's looking at some weirdo in the middle of the pictures, looking as though they're having a number two. Go Skye, good girl. So we've had no rain all morning anyway, because the grass isn't, well it's wet but it's not soaking wet. Somebody in the distance with two little dogs. We'll let them get by, even though Skye wants to go chasing. We'll try and go as slowly as possible. And then there's somebody coming from the right as well. Hopefully they're just walkers and not dog walkers. The other lady with her two little ones is going just past the water now, where we cross for the river. A couple from the right don't have a dog. And these two are falling out with each other. Will the water be lower than yesterday? And I didn't need my bottoms after all. Or will we find there was actually a lot of rain in the night? Certainly looked like there was a lot of rain. I opened the door when I came downstairs and it was raining, so I put all my waterproofs on this morning. And then by the time I'd got them all harnessed up, myself with waterproofs head to toe, went out the door, it had stopped. And we just got like the odd little dribble of rain. I really needn't have bothered. I would say the water's definitely gone down a little bit. It wouldn't have gone over my wellies at all. It's not even going over her back. Although it did in that little bit. Doesn't appear to be too many this side of the water. I can see one person with a beige dog in the distance, but nothing untoward. Hopefully there's fewer people around than normal, although I can see a second one walked into the field now with a small dog, not on the lead, so we could have a bit of entertainment on our way round. We shall see how we go. Amazes me how strong dogs' nails are when they can tear up the grass and soil and fling it around out the ground. And yet if you just touch the nails ready to cut them, they pull the paws away as though they're the most sensitive thing on the body. I'm sure Sandy can't see the fellow with his dog in the distance. I don't think she can see high enough over the grass and weeds. Sorry about the squelching, it's still very soft. Seems softer this side than it is on the other side. I think the drainage is better on most of the field on the other side of the river. Sandy's got to wait while Skye has a tiddle. She shouldn't have to wait long because she tends to splash and go. Whereas Carla and Shadow, they used to do great big long ones. Shadow in particular, he was like a camel. I know I've said it before, but he really was. He'd keep on drinking. Then as soon as we got out, he'd get to the grass and fully have at least 60 seconds of continuous emptying the tank. Talking about emptying the tank, Milo brought a plastic bowl near the fire where we just keep topping it up all day with water. Milo actually put the bowl in his mouth and brought it over to me and pushed it against my leg this morning. Say, "Oi, it's empty. What are you going to do about it?" Apparently it's not the first time he's done it either. So he's nobody's fool, is Milo. Wally used to just kick it with his paw, making a racket. Whereas Shadow and Carla, if it got to the end, just went outside for a drink. Wally used to keep hearing a clatter of plastic bowl flying around the floor. And you knew, it's empty. And you get up, we have a separate teapot, a big teapot that's full of fresh water out the tap, and we keep it topped up, ready to keep topping their bowl up. I know Americans probably don't know what a teapot is. A few times I've seen Americans drinking tea, they just seem to throw a tea bag in the cup. Yes, we throw our tea into a teapot and then add boiling hot water and leave it in the teapot for between 5 and 10 minutes to get ready to be drunk. I was going to say, what do we call it? We call it mashing the tea, but we don't literally mash it. The tea just sits in the boiling hot water and all the flavour comes out into the water. Then you put a bit of milk in your cup, then add the hot tea, and Bob's your uncle. None of that nonsense of iced tea like I've seen in America, or iced coffee. I don't get any of that nonsense. Just an excuse to charge somebody a fortune for something that should cost next to nothing. I don't take tea or coffee with sugar. I and I have skimmed milk. I don't have black tea or black coffee. I don't know whether you can see those there. Whole load of daffodils. That's because it's 11 degrees Celsius today, very mild, and all the daffs are starting to bloom everywhere. Let's hope we don't get a cold spell and kill them all. As usual, Sandy's out on point and Skye's just taking her time. And we're off again. We came across somebody with a big dog and he was just dithering. A football match going on. The Reds of the university. Don't know who the blue ones are. There's a lot more traffic around than I thought, but then again I wasn't expecting a football match to be on. Which carries a bit of grief, especially when these two want to fight everybody. And we're back. Something has caught Skye's interest. Plenty of rabbits on this side. Sorry, but I've got somebody else pulling in the opposite direction twice as hard. That somebody else is that one there. Sandy Pandy. You don't very often see that dugout being used. I don't think there's anybody else coming round. The fellow with the big dog we saw earlier is now back watching the football, so he's not going to pop out on us. Where she thinks she's going. Nowhere is the answer. All the activity is going on in the other field, thank goodness. Doesn't matter where we go, Sandy still wants to go out in the front. For all the hassle of meeting one or two dog owners on this side, you can actually get steps done, whereas on the other side of the river we're just going around in circles half the time to avoid people. If push comes to shove, you can avoid people just by giving them a wide berth when the path is only about 2.5 meters wide. You can't really avoid people. Come on, good girl. It's just like a bog round here too. We're back. Got caught up in a bit of traffic. That whistle's just from the football. And you can see them over there. At Sandy Camp. And Skye wants to. Oh, she's having a tiddle. Come on, folks. Come up. Come up. Come on, let's go around the muddy bit again. Come up, Skye. Oh dear, two big dogs come out in front of us. She's a past shears. Absolutely no consideration. Didn't look left or right, just walked in. We could have been right there. And she spends hours on her phone, going nowhere, and then suddenly she sees you up behind it. At least we get round twice as fast because they're both going in the same direction. She must have lost her phone. That's the longest I've seen her without it in her hand. And the dog is having a big poo over there, but in fairness at least she picks them up. The only problem is it takes her a long while to do it, and we start catching her up. Sandy's getting annoyed again. I'll just restrict Sandy's movements a little bit. We don't want anybody rolling in all that thick mud. Now she's giving them treats and we're getting ever closer. Well, I thought I'd be able to get quite a lot of video today, but I haven't been able to. Now that annoying woman has gone the same way as we want to go home. If I go right, no doubt she'll turn back on herself like she did before and come straight at us. So we've got no choice but to follow her, which means these two are just constantly pulling to go forward. Trying to slow them down so we have a bit more time in the long grass for tiddles. But as you can see, they're in full husky mode, and that means one thing: we're only going forwards. Right, well, we're on our way back. I gave up getting stuck behind that woman. She was too slow. No awareness of what's going on around her. I'm sure I've said it before, I just hope she doesn't drive. And actually she must drive because she couldn't get to that entrance any other way when she entered from the car park of the dog track. So anyway, we'll say goodbye and see you again tomorrow. Hopefully it's just as dry as it is today. She's not looking, she won't say goodbye to the camera. No, okie dokie.